this guy was like, I can't do that. This is my first day. I was like, it's the last day of the festival. You're fired tomorrow. What do you, come on. He's like, I can't help you. And so I just bumped over to the next guy, and I don't even think he understood what happened. I just, same thing, held out my bus pass, and he was like, looked at it and just like kind of pretended to scan it. And then I just walked past him. But they let me in.
That's amazing, Ronnie.
All 3 days.
I'm proud of you. I've never done that. That's awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the security, they're looking for people like jumping fences.
Right. You're hiding in plain sight.
Walking through the front gates. I think it's my turn, because we are Whipped Cream Salmon, and you're listening to us live.
We're not live if you're listening to us.
We are live.
We are alive, hopefully.
We're live right now.
By the time you're listening, we're live right now.
We're live right now. You're listening to us. My name is Ronnie Sanchez. I am your host. His name is Brian Bastanza. He is my co-host.
To be clear, this is recorded, though.
Yeah, but we're live right now.
We're live. We're alive. Hopefully, we're alive when you're listening to this, not live, in a few days.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. How are you, Ronnie?
Fingers crossed. I'm good. It's
yeah,
big week. Just wrapped up my final days at my previous job. Life comes at you quick. Big changes.
Yay.
And I start my new job on Tuesday.
Did you have a cupcake party or something?
No.
No.
No party for me. No, employers typically don't like to celebrate when you leave, and they want you to not leave. So
yeah, sometimes. Was it, how's the vibe right now with you? Is it like, I'm kind of pissed at Ronnie?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tried to leave.
I mean, it's not your fault. I was just trying to catch the vibe.
Yeah, no, it's it was one of those situations where I gave reasons for why I was leaving without like diving into all the heavy stuff,
Yeah.
Just try to keep it light. If he was willing to
do that in a strong letter.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to like sit down for like an exit interview, which if you're a restaurant owner or you're an employer, I would recommend you do that. He didn't want to do that, or at least wasn't expressed to me that he wanted to do that. So I just kept the peace, kept it moving, did my job for my remaining 2 weeks, and now it's over. So
how's Dylan doing? Good.
He's doing good. I think he'll be all right. I mean, it does, it's bittersweet. There was a lot that I was looking forward to, and ultimately just didn't work out the way that I'd hoped it would. So, and then now I'm going back to the real kitchen life.
Real.
Yeah. Nights and weekends are back, and
no more nights and weekends off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I was just talking with Brian about what our podcasting schedule is going to be like. So I don't know, we may have to mix up our release dates for the pod. We'll still get you weekly episodes. But bear with us as we're going through some changes here, Yeah.
But changes are coming.
Changes are definitely coming. Yeah. Bittersweet feelings. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous for the new schedule and everything that comes with it. But I'm also, I'm excited. I think it'll be
you'll crash though.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun experience too. So
you always get like a little nervous, especially in like a somewhat elevated place, right? You're like,
sure.
Oh, am I going to know how to do this thing? But like, you do. Like you're like after the first day, you're like, oh, I get it. not you don't get all the new shit, but you're like,
all the nuances of everything. But yeah,
right.
It's it's a comfortable place to be
in
the kitchen.
Yeah, the first few weeks is fun. A lot of new shit.
Yeah, the honeymoon phase, and you're cut quite a bit of slack usually. They don't expect you to do everything, so you can kind of ease into it. Hopefully,
ease in, dude. A little slow roll it, but go hard.
That'll be fun. How you been? What have you been up to?
Bunch of stuff. I got my new camp chef. That's really exciting.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, this thing's awesome. I wasn't getting like the big boy 3-burner version. There's a lot of iterations of them, it seems. So like if you look up the name, they all have names, right? Like I don't know if it's like every model that comes out gets like a new name, but they seem all pretty much the same. It's a big old 3-burner propane. Has the wind guard, whatever. Actually has like pretty nice like built-in like burner wind guard. We'll see how it actually performs, but it seems like it's pretty protected down there, which is nice. It came with the big flat top that covers all 3 burners. Came with the small tiny flat top that covers 1 burner, but also flips onto the opposite side and has the grill.
Beautiful.
Really fun. I've been using that piece. I haven't used the big one yet. I'm not sure how much I'll actually use the big one, but
it's tough to use. I mean, because I just have the single burner one, and we've used that thing for camping for 4 people,
right?
Hash browns and stuff. So,
right,
you really gotta have like a sizable group to need
for sure
the whole thing
for sure. And it's
bigger than any flat top I've ever used, like in a commercial kitchen.
For sure, yeah,
not deeper, but longer for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And my biggest complaint about the Blackstone was that like, well, then I got to fucking pick this thing up and clean it. What's nice about this tiny one is I just like, when it cools, I just bring it inside.
Yeah.
And goes like to the sink. But that, I don't know. You don't really grill brick that because it's cast iron. I don't even know. Anyway, it's a cool piece of kit and I'm excited about using it. I've been using it a bunch. Yeah, cool. I also purchased 2 woks.
Oh, yeah.
One will be returned.
Oh.
The one that came is getting returned. I'm waiting on the other one.
Okay.
The one that I ordered initially is a flat bottom.
Yeah.
Which might be fine. But then I kept digging. I was like, I found one that was like a hand.
I want the round
It was like a hand hammered round bottom.
Fuck yeah.
So that one's coming. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was $60. Okay. So pretty cool. It's kind of the similar price to the other one. I'm also like, since I haven't really been using Amazon though, I've been ordering direct from whatever places has these things.
Yeah.
And that makes returning something way more challenging. First world problems, but like
absolutely.
I've been emailing this company, and hopefully it's just because it's the weekend, but like they hadn't responded at all. So I don't know. Like we'll see if this thing actually gets returned. Hopefully
I currently own all kinds of shit that I just can't be bothered to return.
Yeah.
Usually like clothing, pants and stuff. You're like, wow, these didn't work. I guess I'll just give them away. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you might see me just pop it up on Marketplace.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, because they were like, oh, there's on the website, their like return policy is, well, there's a 20% restocking fee and then you got to pay shipping. It's like, I should just throw this thing up on Marketplace for $30, like.
Yeah, you're probably better off. I mean, yeah, because by the time it's all said and done, it's like you paid $60 for it. You're going to spend another $20 on returns. And
right.
I mean, a pan, maybe even more than that. And then you like get $40 back or something.
Right. And get someone the thing for $30.
It's kind of whack.
It's better than them having to order the thing.
Yeah.
After all that, I don't know.
Yeah. I was talking a couple weeks ago about like all the car troubles that I've had this year. So I made the repairs and everything seems to, knock on wood, but everything seems to be going good still. but I also replaced the battery, and I bought it at Costco. I brought it back, and on the battery it says like 36-month like limited warranty or whatever. So you always bring back the old one for like the core charge. It's like $15.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was only like 24 months into my warranty, so I asked Costco. I was like, just returning this. I was like, also, what's the deal with the warranty? And they gave me the whole shebang back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Refunded me for the battery entirely. So, Costco for the win.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Especially when you're not expecting it,
Actually, it's funny you say that, because it's one of the places I ended up when I was shopping for camshafts. Is like,
yeah.
I'm not a Costco member, but like they have one similar to the one that I wound up getting, not with the big flat top attachment, but that still comes with the other smaller one. And it's like $200 for the whole kit. And I spent more on the used version, and it did have a little bit more extra stuff, but they got good deals.
Yep. Yeah, you can find some good stuff there sometimes. Mm-hmm. Actually, I was there yesterday. They had these nice big like beef shanks.
Ooh.
Bone in, like marrow in the center. I got excited about it. I didn't pick any up. They were like 3 large shanks. They were around like $22 for the pack. Yeah, I was thinking about picking them up. Maybe I'll go back and grab them. I don't know.
Cool.
Never cooked lots of ossobuco, but
yeah,
I'm not sure that I've cooked one quite like that before.
It's long. I mean, it's a big chunk.
Yeah, it's not long. It's probably, 1.5 inches thick, but the size of, I don't know, a large bagel, perhaps, you might say.
Yeah. So I've been cooking a bunch of stuff on the new kit too.
Yeah. What was the first thing you cooked on it?
The first thing, I kind of made this. I had a whole chicken in the fridge, and I kind of made this almost peri chicken.
Okay.
I say almost peri because I didn't.
You saw the Brian Lagerstrom video?
Oh yeah, I did actually. Okay. Yeah.
I would just say that because I saw the thumbnail, and then this past week I've had two. Well, you're the third now person be like, "Oh yeah, I made some peri chicken." I'm like, "Oh yeah, did you see that video too?"
That's so interesting because it didn't like just pop up on my feed.
Really?
I mean, it could have, maybe it would have, but I was like actively looking for that.
Oh, okay, that's funny. Like that's interesting. It's interesting because you watch a lot of his videos. I do. I don't really watch so much of his stuff, but it did pop up on mine. So
yeah,
it's kind of funny. Wait, hold on. We're talking so much. Do you have a beer?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's tell me what you got, because I got a weird beer.
I got a little bit of a weird beer. It's a local crank arm brewing here in Raleigh, North Carolina, called Jimmy's Bike Drive. It's a coastal lager with sea salt and lime.
Ooh, nice. A little salty bitch.
Yeah, what do you got?
I got a salty bitch too. Deep River Brewing Co. Pickletown.
I had that beer. I almost positive I had that one on the Jack episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. This is fun. I had one the other day, and it's kind of fun.
It's good.
Yeah, so I didn't have any, like, peri has, I think a lot of the marinade is bell peppers. I didn't have any, but I did have some tomatoes, so I kind of blended up some tomatoes, onions, garlic, vinegar, lemon, paprika, smoked paprika. Okay. And spun that in the food processor, and then marinated with that, and then eventually turned that into a sauce. And and I grilled that outside. That was pretty nice with some grilled zook.
Nice.
It's awesome. It's a good dish. Yeah, it's really good. I actually I made the marinade, and then probably half of it was left over, and I kind of threw that on in a saucepan with a little chicken stock and some chili flake. Made a little spicy kind of version of it as the sauce. Grilled them up, spooned some sauce on top, rice and grilled zucchini. Was good.
Oh yeah, is peri? Is that it's like an African dish? Do you know?
Yikes! Ronnie, let's find out.
He doesn't know.
Portuguese African cuisine.
Okay. So like Northern Africa then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the flavor profile of peri peri, but it does look delicious.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's like somewhat similar to like a romesco with less ingredients.
Okay.
You know, smoked paprika, vinegary, some lemon, you know, redness.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's good.
Sounds really good.
And then yesterday I did I had some ground turkey and we did some turkey burgers and I made some burger buns.
Okay.
And that was pretty fun. That was the first time I did that. Did them with a little everything bagel seasoning on top. They're pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, they're fun.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and just some, pretty basic turkey burgers.
Yeah, when you get your walk in, like one of the easiest things to make outside. I mean, cooking outside is just the best. But we do oh shit.
He doesn't know.
Well, I totally spaced on the name.
He doesn't know.
Pat
Krapow?
Thank you, Pat Krapow. Yeah.
I'm we're with it.
had it all geared up and was misfired.
Ground pork?
Yeah, Pat Krapow. Yeah.
Ground pork, holy basil.
Peppers.
Garlic scallions?
Garlic for sure. I don't know if there's ginger. Usually what do I usually put it? I think usually just garlic, chilies, fish sauce, and brown sugar. That's kind of it. And then the basil, and it's just super simple and fucking so good.
So what's the order of operations? Is it pork first, render pork fat? Or no, is it garlic first in oil?
Cooking. I'm trying to remember now. Oh, like I like that I said that. Oh yeah, the thing that I do all the time, and that I'm like, how do I make it? Yeah, no. Pork. I usually do the pork first, and then kind of push once it's mostly cooked through, push the pork off to the side of your wok, so all the oil pools in the middle. Throw in your peppers, garlic, get that going, and then hit it with your fish sauce and sugar, and just toss it in, and then throw in your basil like right at the end.
It's coming out, yeah.
While that sauce is reducing, and serve it over rice and a fried egg. Awesome.
Do you fry stuff in your wok often?
I wouldn't say often, but yeah, I do. I just don't fry things often at home.
Yeah.
But
yeah, same.
it's so much better to do it outside.
Right. For sure.
You fry in your house, your whole house smells like a KFC.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
sure. Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooking it outside is the way to go.
For sure. I keep the flat bottomed wok and then just use that as my fryer, but I don't know.
You could. I mean, you got 3 burners, so it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah. I don't know how much I'd use it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never deep fried anything at the house.
Yeah.
At this house.
Really more like shallow frying it, but
yeah, but you can do like if you wanted to do some like fried dumplings, or if you want to do some, lumpia or something, you do that in a wok for sure. You can do little donuts, little floaters,
Yeah, I do. I guess I do more often. If I fry in it, I'll like kind of shallow fry, like when I do like kung pao, and I'll fry in that, and like scoop out the chicken, drain off the oil, and then make your sauce, throw in your fried chicken. Yeah, it's good to go.
It's a lot of oil management for me.
It is
at the house, Yeah. I know you had that fun.
Yeah, you got to get that stuff. It's it was an old tip, but it's called fry away.
Yeah.
It's great for home, but it doesn't happen instantly either. I mean, You have to like you pour in the powder, stir it up, and then you let it sit like overnight, and then the next day it's all solid. So
you got to bring that inside. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could leave it outside, but
so on when it was like the first night, and I was excited to use the thing, but it was like on the brink of a downpour. You know, it's like starting to drizzle, and I was like, let's squeak this out right now.
Yeah.
And I got lucky where it was raining a little bit, but it was manageable. It wasn't downpouring, and then shortly after we finished, it was downpouring. So, yeah, and I just don't have a cover for the thing, so you kind of have to manage. Think about the weather before you start doing the thing.
Yeah, you gotta get the cover. It's funny. So
yeah,
I think it was last weekend. Yeah, last weekend I did get the smoker out, and I just bought some. I had plans to do all kinds of other stuff, and then kind of ran out of time in the day, whatever. And I just went to the store and I bought some sausages, like some. One was like a cheddar brat, and the other one was something else. And I smoked them up, and they just weren't that good, Just like they were fine, They just like, I don't know, maybe they just weren't the best sausages for smoking. But yeah, it was just like kind of disappointing. This thing with smoking, it's like things either come out better than anything you've ever eaten, or just pretty mediocre to bad.
What is it? Why? Like, was it because of the sausages weren't that good, or like, do they not spend enough time in the thing?
No, I mean, they definitely spend enough time. Yeah, the temperature was done correctly. I think it was just, they just weren't great sausages for what I was doing. Yeah. Unfortunately, Yep. It was just okay. But
yeah.
But anyway, all that to say that I have that pop-up tent that I threw out the canopy, because in North Carolina around like 5 or 6 o'clock in the summer, it'd be sunny all day, and then it'll just like downpour at 5 or 6 o'clock. Yeah. Even though the
which is honestly kind of nice.
It is, but a lot of times when you're trying to cook outside,
right,
and then you're checking the weather, and it's like, oh, it's sunshine all day, so you make plans to do a project like smoking something that takes several hours, and then you're out there and you're like watching clouds roll in. You check your weather app, and there's still 0% chance of rain. It's like bullshit. And then I have this tent, I quickly throw it up, and it seemed, I mean, it was the same thing when you were over. Like, we had the downpour when we were cooking at the house last time you were here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems to always be the case. But I have had the tent out on the patio like all week, because it just has been raining all week. So until it's dry enough to put the thing away, I can't. I don't want to put away a wet tent,
Totally. Yeah.
Next time I pull it out, it's full of mold, So trying to get it dried off, but North Carolina summers for you.
Yep. We got our Bonnaroo trip coming up in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, that's exciting.
So yeah, gearing up for that, kind of making a bunch of plans around that. I had to pull out the tent, make sure I hadn't used the big like tent recently at all. And where the zipper was broken, so I kind of had to fix that. But just like getting this long laundry list of stuff that, like, some stuff you have, some stuff you don't have, some stuff you need, some stuff you don't need, but like there's some good want stuff on that list that
sure
can make your experience a lot better. So yeah, just getting ready for all that. Kind of have to figure out my food menu. I've kind of been pushing it off a little bit, but I think we'll do like, I don't know. I'm not going to bring the whole Camp Chef there. I found out I could. I think people will be doing stuff like that. I mean, but it's just the two of us, and honestly, like, spending time at camp cooking full meals is not really what I want to be doing. I could just eat something pretty quick. It doesn't have to be long and thought out. It's would have done in the past is like a lot of like, quinoa salad with like some hearty vegetables and maybe like some chicken in there, and then you just like freeze that in a vacuum seal bag and throw that in the cooler, and then when it thaws, it'll be time to eat that thing. So a couple things like along those lines, and getting frozen waters all ready, and
do any kind of like a boil in a bag type situation?
What do you mean, like a soup?
Yeah, you can do like a soup or chili, or even
That's a good idea.
You can make like taco meat or something, vacuum seal it, and then just warm it up in a pot of water.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Oh, like in the yeah, gotcha. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah,
we'll do some stuff like that for sure. Or soup or chili. Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
What else have we done kind of in the past? I don't know. I mean, honestly, like I'll crush some just sandwiches, bring some deli meat and some sandwiches, and be pretty cool. We also my friend Alex, who I went and did that Dreamville festival with, they have like a big old production at Bonnaroo with like multiple tents and food trucks and stuff. So
you'll be fed.
Might be able to cruise over there and get a snack or two.
I would hope so.
Yeah. That'll be a fun time. All sorts of rules. Not used to a lot of rules at festivals, to be honest.
Yeah, what kind of rules you got?
Well, so like,
which rule are you most upset about?
So, and the reason I say that is because like a lot of the festivals that I had been to somewhat recently are like Burning Man and like other smaller kind of festivals that follow that pattern, and it's really like pack it in, pack it out, bring whatever you want, make sure you clean up after yourself. That's kind of the vibe, and people do that, and it's good. This is a way larger production. There's the center area where all the stages are, and then there's camping all around that, and there's all sorts of rules of like what you can bring into the grounds at all, but then more rules for once you're in like the center area. And like you can't bring any glass into the festival grounds at all. That's
fair.
Very different from Burning Man. People just have bottles of liquor or whatever, right? Anything you want, bottles of beer, bring it in. It's just something to be aware of, that like if I wasn't like so excited about the thing, I'm not sure that I would be like on the website like looking up all this stuff, and probably could have like easily brought a bottle of liquor, and then I don't know, they probably would have just taken it, and that would have sucked. But to get turned around, that'd be even worse. So I got like a couple of plastic bottles of liquor and stuff like that, and then like they have like all these crazy bag rules into Centeroo. So you can only have like a bag that's like basically a fanny pack with a single pocket, or a clear bag that's bigger but not too big.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the type of things that are somewhat annoying, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that.
I just like just bring whatever bag you want. Wide open spaces. But
what artists are you most excited to see there?
Ooh, great question.
Who are some of the headliners first too?
I'm gonna name some headliners, and I don't even know really what they're about, I guess. Do you know who Luke Combs is?
Yeah, I mean country music.
Country singer, right? Yeah. I think he's one of the first country headliners. Nelly's playing. That's not a headliner. Queens of the Stone Age is headlining one of the nights.
That's awesome.
Tyler the Creator is headlining one of the nights. I think Avril Lavigne is one of the headliners almost.
Really?
It's funny. There's like no like... I felt like in the past there was like a single big headliner every night. And it seems like on this lineup, there's like 4 almost sub headliners every night.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is interesting. Well, it make somewhat makes sense, right? Like, I'm not really going to go see Luke Combs.
No.
So like, give me something else that I can go do that night. That's, and there always has been, but these are kind of, it seems like they're all on the same level. A lot of electronic artists I'm excited to see. Of the Trees, Tapey, and Closey. Yeah, all really cool. Queens of the Stone Age, I really like to see. I did see them in the past and I felt like they gave off a sleepy vibe last time I saw them.
Really?
Yeah, like shocking.
That's interesting because their music is not sleepy.
Totally. I went with Liam Kelly down to Sacramento and saw them once, and they played the like couple bangers. The big famous one, No One Knows, they played, and it was awesome and rowdy. And then for the next hour and a half, it was just like sleepy vibes, dude. I was like, weird. Super bummer because like you're right, that record, Songs for the Deaf, something like that. That's a rock album. It's like fast, and
that's what I think of them as.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think that was the way that we felt about that show. I remember. But we'll give them another shot. You know, I'm here for it.
I mean, different environment too. I've seen
totally
bands, you know, at like smaller shows and then also at festivals, and the festival show is much different. So
totally. Yeah, like the energy, the time slot. Also, like I think with festivals, you need like there's plenty. Like when I go to a single show, I want to go see that show, and I'm happy to like be as energized as possible for that event. You know, at a festival, you kind of some high energy stuff, but then you cruise over to some lower energy stuff and you chill out a little bit, and then you wander. You know, like you can't do super high energy all day every day. Maybe in my prime I could, but I don't know. I don't know that that's really the goal anymore.
Yeah, I think I run out of steam too quickly for that.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
Get me back to the tent.
Yeah, for sure.
My cot.
Yeah, so I guess those are kind of the biggest ones that I'm looking forward to. No, there was no like Beyonce or I don't know who I would even really want to see. That's like so big.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I feel like they've rolled back from like rock bands headlining the thing though. You know, like there was always Phil Lesh and Friends were headlining the night, or Tom Petty was headlining, or Dave Matthews Band would headline.
Right.
And it seems like that's just not. It's probably just. I mean, as demographics get older, and like as like the next wave of people want to go to these events, the lineups change. That's okay.
Yeah, years ago I went to Outside Lands, and I mean it was.
Oh yeah, it was a fun one,
dude. I mean. There was everybody from like Metallica to Neil Young to Skrillex to Big Boy to fucking Franz Ferdinand, and I think Beck played, and dude, it was just like so many. It was like anyone that you could think of seemed to have been there that week.
Yeah, totally.
It's like
I've been to that one a couple times.
It's a good one.
It's good. Yeah, I've seen like Stevie Wonder there and John Fogerty.
Well, I saw Stevie Wonder there too. Yeah, I wonder if we went to the same one.
We probably were.
I had no idea. You know what was actually funny about that music fest? I was planning. Do you remember a guy in Tahoe named Moose?
Mm-hmm.
So Moose was the one that told me to do this. I was planning on buying the tickets. You know, back then, broke line cook. I had bought a bus pass to, paid for the bus fare already to get to San Francisco, had like figured out my arrangements and everything else. And I was waiting for payday to buy my tickets for the festival. Payday rolls around. I go online to buy them, and they sold out that morning. And I was like, well, shit, I guess I can't go. And then Moose was like, oh, no, dude, just go and get in line for the ticket check, and then just look for the coolest looking ticket checker and just ask him to let you in. I was like, that worked? And he's like, yeah, I do it every year. I was like, and I was already going out. My cousin was coming up from Riverside. So he came up. He had no idea of my plans. He had tickets.
He had tickets
for himself and his girlfriend at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked for the coolest looking stony bro that was there checking tickets. And I gave him a little nod and I mouthed the words, "Help me." And he nodded back. And I walked up and I held out what was actually my bus pass that got me to San Francisco. And I was like, "Thanks, bro." And he's pretended to scan my bus pass and he's like, "Have fun." And then I went in and I did that 3 days in a row. And the third day,
Same dude?
no, different people. Second day, no problem. The third day, this guy was like, I can't do that. This is my first day. I was like, "It's the last day of the festival. You're fired tomorrow. What do you, come on." He's like, "I can't help you." And so I just bumped over to the next guy. And I don't even think he understood what happened. I just, same thing, held out my bus pass. And he was like, looked at it and just like kind of pretended to scan it. And then I just walked past him. But they let me in.
That's amazing, Ronnie.
All 3 days.
I'm proud of you. I've never done that. That's awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the security, they're looking for people like jumping fences.
Right, you're hiding in plain sight.
Walking through the front gates. Yeah, that was one of my fondest, my proudest moments, I would say.
It's funny. It's like this production is so big, right? And like, but like, there's so many more event goers than there are people working the thing. So like,
for sure.
You know, I mean, like the first like craziest example comes to mind is like the Woodstock 99 stuff,
mm-hmm.
where like when the crowd wants to do something, they can do something.
Oh yeah.
In a scary way in that case, but like also like it's really easy to get overwhelmed with any in particular part of running the festival when there's just that many people to handle and you're like relying on good faith in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's wild. That's awesome.
That was
3
really
days
fun.
in a row.
3 days in a row.
That's badass. Free.
My cousin was like, "You don't have tickets?" I was like, "No, but I have a plan." He's like, "What are you going to do?" I was like, "I'm just going to walk.
Let me in.
I'm going to walk through the front gates."
Did you do like green pass or anything? No, nothing.
No, I just
you
said
like
thank you.
A 5 or something?
I just said thanks.
Help me.
That was funny.
That's awesome.
I kind of forgotten about that.
It's awesome.
We have a big trip coming up. I'm really excited. You and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a boys weekend in San Diego coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We booked a hoodie.
Yeah. We got tickets to the Padres Dodgers game on a Saturday night, which the place is gonna be rocking. Hopefully they're playing for something meaningful, like really stoke the fire. But yeah, super excited for that game. And then I was telling Brian yesterday, I booked a hotel and I was like checking to see what food was nearby. And I see there's a restaurant, 15-minute walk from the hotel, called Santana's Mexican Food. And the original Santana's Mexican Food was right across my high school in San Diego, across from San Marcos High School. And like that was like the spot. And it changed hands a bunch of times. It changed names, and it's still good, but it was never as good as it was. So I see this one right by the hotel called Santana's, and I look at it. I'm like, oh my God, that's the same logo. And then sure enough, I go into the comments on the reviews, and someone that graduated from my high school a couple of years back comments on there. They're like, yeah, I went to San Marcos High School, used to go to Santana's all the time. So happy this one opened, whatever. It's like a, total throwback. Yeah. So I'm like, no fucking way. I'm stoked.
What's their specialty? I mean, burritos, tacos, anything?
California burrito, guacamole, sour cream. But they also have great salsas. And then, and also their breakfast burrito. When we used to go snowboarding up at Big Bear, we have to, it's like a 3-hour drive. So we'd get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. They're open 24 hours. So you'd go hit the drive-through.
Yeah.
Get a big old breakfast burrito. It's loaded up with, chorizo and bacon and whatever.
Potatoes.
Egg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fully loaded. And then take that up to the mountain. It's good stuff.
That's rad.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm really excited.
That's awesome. What was the other spot too that you were saying your sister wanted to check out?
Yeah. She asked me the other day if I'd ever had Din Tai Fung, and I don't, not that I know of, or at least I've never been to like a Din Tai Fung place.
Right. Same.
So I guess she's got a good spot. I saw some, she posted a story. She was there the other day. It looked good. Like
Nice.
soup dumplings. They were like uncloaching a steamer basket of soup dumplings, it looks like. So
Yeah, cool. Do you know anything about, I don't know really anything about it. Chinese food, right?
no, I don't, not familiar really. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, cool. Party on, Wayne.
Yeah. Party on.
You fucks with animals?
I fucks with animals.
Me too.
You got a fun animal fact?
I sure do.
It's time for the whipped cream salmon fun animal fact of the week.
Let's go. Ronnie?
Let's go. What's your animal fact?
I'm going to talk a little bit about an animal.
Okay.
One of the cutest animals. And it's an unexpected cute animal, I think, for most.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ever fucks with the jumping spider?
No, they are kind of cute up close.
They are cute.
They are kind of
They're
cute.
little.
Yeah.
They jump.
That's
Oh,
not.
you
That's
knew
the
that.
uncute part.
Yeah, they're scary when they jump.
Yeah.
I mean, they're somewhere between 2 and 22 millimeters long, so not very big.
Okay.
Tiny little buggers. It's actually a group, a family of spiders. There's 600. They're called, this is kind of right up our alley. Saltaceae. Saltaceae.
That's up our alley.
They're salty. They're salty.
Oh, salty. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we fucked with salt.
Okay.
I wanted to talk because you were talking about owls last week, and the jumping spider has fascinating eyes.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about them. They got 8 eyes.
Okay.
2 in the front. 2 in the front are some of really they can focus really well, and they're in color. The other 6 eyes go around their side and to their back almost. And they're not color, and they're pretty blurry, but it's been described as our peripheral vision.
Interesting.
So they basically have peripheral vision 360 from them.
Cool.
And then you'll see them. So if you sneak up behind them, a lot of people do this with a pen. They'll take a pen and come up behind them, and then they'll jump around real quick because they can see what's back there. They don't know what it is, but when they do a 180, then they can focus on the thing and see it really well.
They have eyes in the back of their head.
Yeah,
like my mother, which she used to
just like Ronnie's mom. Yep. I was like, you serious? I really thought my grandma had eyes in the back of her head too. I was like, really?
Man, gotta watch out because she sees you.
Yeah, she knows. Anyway, they're fucking rad.
Cool.
And they're cool pets. I've never had one as a pet, but a lot of people do. And I support that.
Okay.
Jumping spiders.
Cool
Fucks
eyes.
with them. Cool eyes.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send you this screenshot so that you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
My cool animal is the woodpecker.
Ooh, nice one.
And apparently, the woodpecker's tongue extends back into its skull and wraps around its brain to protect it while it's hammering on trees.
Whoa, dude, this picture's crazy.
Isn't that wild? Their tongue actually starts up by their beak and wraps around their skull and then through their mouth.
That's awesome.
Super bizarre.
Evolution's so cool.
Yeah, it says the woodpecker's tongue is one of nature's most astonishing adaptations for longer. Sorry, we can cut. Just cut it. I'm not going to bore our listeners by reading all this. You just cut that part. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. It wraps around their brain and around their eye socket to protect their brain while they're slamming their face into trees.
Oh yeah, you crazy mofo, banging your head on the wall all the time. I knew a kid in high school that did that a lot.
Yeah, that's mental illness probably.
Yeah. It was either mental and physical abuse probably. We'll cut that.
probably cut that out. Probably just cut that piece out. Sad. Do you have an idiot sandwich?
What are you? Idiot.
You stupid idiot.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
You're an idiot. Of all the idiots, you stand alone.
It's the idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich.
This is a Reddit post from I Eat Cotton Candy.
Okay.
That's the poster's name. One word, all lowercase. Go give him a shout out. I was making a big roast beef dinner and was down to the final steps, resting meat, mashing potatoes, making gravy. So all the dinner components were nearby. The Yorkshire pudding was the last thing in the oven. So I put the plates on the back burner that the vent was under so they would get a little warm. Turned the front burner on to make gravy. Moved a few feet away to start mashing potatoes while I was waiting for the gravy to come up to temp. Suddenly, my plates started exploding. I had turned the wrong burner on. They were Coriol plates. I'm not sure what a Coriol plate is. So they splintered into a million pieces all over the food and the kitchen. Some of the pieces even melted into the floor.
Oh, shit.
It was a disaster, and we had takeout that night.
Jeez.
Oof. Exploding. Oof. You ever explode anything? Any glass?
Yeah. So, like the Pyrex dishes?
Yep.
Apparently, there are two different brands of Pyrex, and they're both spelt Pyrex, but like one is like capitalized and one is lowercase, and they're different things. And one of them will explode. and one of them will not. Yeah, I remember I had made lasagna for some friends, and I set it on the counter to cool, and then I think I left the room for one reason or another, and all of a sudden I heard this explosion, and then everybody freaking out, and I returned to the kitchen to see that the Pyrex had just exploded across the kitchen. Maybe there was a little bit of water or something on the countertop or whatever. But yeah, Pyrex can explode. Really strange.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I've heard of this happening to multiple people. It's not a standalone incident.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That sucks. Scary shit. I did it once. It was not that big of a deal, but I was just in my apartment making, I think, a coffee in a mason jar. So I think I had my French press and a mason jar that I had, just cold milk in, and maybe some butter in there. Okay. And I pour the coffee into the glass, and the glass just the bottom just fucking shatters off of it. I was holding it. Oh, and the bottom just fucking popped right off of it, and it scared the shit out of me. It made a loud sound, and yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Actually, this may or may not have been my idiot sandwich. So if it was, correct me. But just a few weeks ago, this might have been my idiot sandwich. I had made a small amount. I was just trying to make a small amount of simple syrup really quickly, and I put a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of water into a glass because I just needed a little bit really quickly, and I put it in a glass and I threw it in the microwave, and it exploded the glass. So that was maybe like 2 months ago. I forgot about that. So yeah, idiot sandwich me. And if I already said that one, well, been doing this for almost a year, and I don't remember all of our sandwiches. So
Yeah. Doesn't even remember breakfast. So
that's true. Actually.
Congratulations to I Eat Cotton Candy and Ronnie Sanchez.
Yes.
Your gifts will be arriving shortly.
Love gifts.
Love
And
gifts.
now the school bus is here.
Beep, beep,
Get on the
beep,
bus.
beep.
This is a whipped cream sandwich school for cooks that don't cook good.
How do you do it? Let me hit you with some knowledge. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
And want to learn how to do other stuff good too.
Yeah. My tip this week for my Costco members, in the refrigerated section, they got some elote dip that will knock your tits
Ooh.
off. So go get some elote dip because we picked some up yesterday, and that is damn good. Way better than it should be. So that's all I got for you. But go get some. It's good.
Hell yeah. Titty slapping elote dip.
not really a cooking tip, but it's an eating tip.
Yeah, for sure. That's fair. I'm not sure if I did this one either.
Okay.
I don't do this one very often, but do you know that you can, when you're doing fish on the grill, that you can use mayonnaise to prevent that fish from sticking on the grill?
I haven't done it for fish, but other things.
Other things? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was actually taught to us in cooking school. And we were all looking around like, I don't know about this. And
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
It does sound crazy, but it really works. And like, I mean, most of what mayonnaise is oil anyway.
Yep.
And especially for types of fish that like aren't very oily. Salmon's very oily. It gets still sick pretty easily though. So yeah, just like a light kind of layer on your piece of fish, and mostly for like, you know, non-skinned fish. But like if you just oil your fish really heavily, which will work, but like will also drip down and then it'll catch in the burners and it'll like flare up and all that. Use a little mayo. That can it's really good, and yeah, it tastes good. And not only does it work from keep it from sticking, but it also tastes really nice because mayonnaise is cool.
I like that tip. I use mayonnaise for like grilled cheese sandwiches a lot.
Ooh,
instead of butter.
nice.
Same purpose. I mean, yeah, it sounds crazy. Once it cooks, all that mayonnaise, like
Nice.
it melts off. And it gives it like a super nice, crunchy sear on it.
Nice.
So do that.
Nice. Actually, I said that I made burger buns yesterday. I didn't have any eggs in the fridge.
Okay.
And I wound up subbing mayonnaise into the recipe instead of the egg and the oil that was in the recipe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you go.
Yeah. Just working off something.
Working with what you got.
Making it up as we go, aren't we all?
Good shit. I like that.
Yeah.
And last week, California is not the Sunshine State. I was reminded. I like when we said that, we talked about fact checking ourselves and we said we weren't going to, and I wasn't planning on it. And then yesterday I was driving and in front of me was a car with a Florida license plate and it said the Sunshine State. And I was like, God damn it.
Damn.
And then my mom messaged me later. She's like, hey dummy, it's Florida, not California. California is the Golden State.
Golden State. Yeah,
I knew.
Should have known that.
It's a lot of
Lived
sunshine
there for
there,
10
though.
years.
I've seen way more sunshine in California than gold, so just saying.
Do you know what New Hampshire's saying is?
The Granite State.
Live free or die?
Well, yeah, it says live free or die on the license plate.
Okay.
but they are the granite state
I didn't know you had two.
on account of all the granite that they have.
I didn't know that you had a slogan and a name.
Yeah.
I guess the Big Apple. And then they got a saying, probably. Well, that's what we got for you folks. Thanks for whipped creaming with us, and follow us on socials at Whip Cream Salmon Podcast on Instagram, and whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com. Hit us up on emails with your idiot stories and your animal facts. We want to hear from you for your animal facts. Give us something to chew on.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Stay creamy.